Thanks for tuning in. Let's check out this Luka Doncic play really quick and see what we think about it. It is muted or Adam Silver is going to take down my entire channel. All right, let's check it out. See if we see anything glaring. There's Luka over there. Just playing defense. Play is not dead. Durant elbows Jake LaRavia pretty bad. And they do call the offensive foul, but the whistle hadn't been blown yet, and Luka's just standing there. He doesn't make any effort to play defense. He throws his hands up, and he's right. That was a rowdy elbow by Jalen Duren. But Reggie Miller's on the broadcast, and even just watching the play, like, what is Luka even doing there? Like, slide over. If you don't want to take a charge from Jalen Duren, I guess I get it. I don't want to take a charge from that dude either. He's an absolute animal, but at least slide your feet over. Try to reach in for the ball. Just do something, do anything, because people like me, Lakers fans as well, you'll see stuff like this, and then it's really hard to even like Luka for me personally. But just slide your feet and get over there, because he's not helping to stop the drive. He's not helping to guard the shooter in the corner, because there is a shooter in the corner. If we see right here, it's like slide all the way out. Slide all the way out to the corner and guard the three-point shooter, or try to slide up and draw a foul, but it just makes no sense. He's just standing right there, and it's not helping anybody defensively on his team. Let's see one more time. Reggie Miller brought it up, and Reggie Miller was mad. He's just saying, what are you even doing, dude? And this is that kind of stuff people get frustrated about. Let me see it one more time. The elbow is really bad by Jalen Duren, but Luka just looks at him and just throws his hands up. Like, what's going on? He's mad because he wants the offensive foul, and it does get called an offensive foul. I think they may have called it a flagrant, but before the elbow even gets thrown, that's kind of besides the point, the elbow, because before Durant even hits the elbow, Luka should have been sliding over, already at that point. But it's real, man. He doesn't make any effort on defense. And that's what people will get frustrated about. Non-Laker fans, I imagine Lakers fans get frustrated about that as well, but I'm not totally sure how they feel about Luka. If Luka was on my team, I'd be happy as hell, bro. I'd love to have Luka on my team. If I saw stuff like this, I would get frustrated. Even like LeBron James, when LeBron first got to Miami, he was an amazing player, and they still said, LeBron, you got to develop a post game, develops his post game, and then, they win the championship. Rest is history. So even if you're Luka Doncic and you're just an absolute god on offense, one of the best offensive players we've ever seen, whether or not you like his style, personally, I don't like Luka's style. People say, Luka shoots all these free throws. He gets more free throws than anyone in the NBA, and he's a free throw merchant and a flopper. I'd agree with you saying that, and people get mad. Oh, he shoots too many free throws, all these free throws, and it's not appealing to watch. I don't really like watching Luka play at times, because he's trying to draw fouls so much, and then he'll have like a 2 or 3 minute stretch where he's just trying to score buckets without drawing fouls, and then it's just insane once he gets on a heater offensively. But yeah, Luka leads the league in free throw attempts, because the entire game he's just trying to foul bait and draw foul after foul after foul. That's not me so much hating on that play style. Again, I personally don't like it, but he shoots all those free throws because he's the only player in the NBA. I don't think there's anyone else like that that's literally trying to draw a foul. Literally every single play, Luka's trying harder to draw fouls than he's trying to make shots. Once he hears the whistle, then he actually goes up into his shooting motion. But literally the only shots he's trying to shoot without drawing a foul are his step back three balls. If he gets inside the arc, he's trying to draw a foul on 99% of his shots. And it is ugly to watch all the flopping. He complains and cries to the referees all game long, and then you see his lack of effort defensively. Even on that play, he's complaining and throwing his arms up. Rightfully so. Jalen Duren elbowed Jake LaRavia pretty badly in the head. But again, back to my LeBron James point, LeBron was so great offensively, better player than Luka is right now when LeBron got to Miami, but he still had to develop things. He still had to do other things and add things to his game. And kind of all Luka has to add is just defensive effort. Just try on defense, bro. Just slide your feet over. Again, I think this is a fine example. He's not going to take a charge on Jalen Durant. There's just some visual evidence we can look at, but there's all other sorts of plays like this where Luka just makes no effort on defense. Guys just blow right by him. He's just a turnstile. He's a traffic cone out there on defense, and that's what's frustrating. I don't know if Dallas Mavericks fans would bring this up or address this and say, that this was a problem, because it definitely was a problem in Dallas. I'd be curious to know what Lakers fans think about this, if they're really really mad at Luka Doncic's lack of effort defensively, because people from the outside looking in that aren't Lakers fans or Mavericks fans, we always see it and we notice Luka's lack of effort defensively. Again, if you ask me, hey, you don't want Luka on your team. If Luka sucks so bad at defense, then don't have him on your team. I'm not saying that. I'd love to have Luka on my team. I'm a Spurs fan personally. I think he'd probably fit awesome next to Wemby, but he's just such a god. He's so good offensively that even with all of his lack of effort defensively, even with what he doesn't provide you defensively, and he provides you nothing defensively, he's just so great offensively. He can still drag the Lakers to the number 5 seed. I'm pretty sure they're number 5 in the West right now. So it's not me saying Luka sucks at basketball. Some people go to that extreme. Oh, Luka has no effort defensively, so now he sucks at basketball. He definitely does, and he's definitely still a top five, arguably a top 3 player in the NBA. So he provides so much. Just an offensive genius, playmaking, scoring the ball. I don't like the play style, but 95% of the time he does get fouled, even though he's flopping and foul baiting. He just does get fouled. Even though I don't like it, he is great at drawing fouls, and people wonder why he shoots so many free throws. It's because literally on every single play, he's just trying to draw fouls over and over. And it is ugly to watch, but it works out, and he's just so great offensively. Even a team like the Lakers, where they have flaws, they're built around Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis left, but Luka's just so good. He can still get them into playoff contention. We'll see if they can finish in the playoffs. But back to his defensive effort again, Reggie Miller was pretty frustrated about it. He was bringing it up, and it's not a one-play thing. It's night after night, play after play after play. Luka just makes no effort on defense, and it starts on offense. He'll get questionably fouled or not fouled on the offensive end. Whether it is or isn't a foul, that's besides the point. But Luka's complaining and yelling to the refs and complaining, and he'll be sitting there complaining, and all 5 guys run back on offense. The other team gets a fast break, 5-on-4 opportunity, and they get wide open threes and score a bunch of buckets in the fast break. And a lot of that is due to Luka just complaining to the officials about a foul call that he felt like he should or should not have gotten on, a foul that did or didn't happen. But that's what would really frustrate me as a teammate of Luka's. I'd be so frustrated that you're just crying to the officials all game long, and whether you did or didn't get fouled at the other end, just let it go. Just run your ass back on defense and help us play some defense. Even on plays like this, it's not a fast break opportunity, but still, Jalen Duren flies by. Luka's not guarding the corner. He's not guarding the roll man. He's just in no man's land, doing nothing. And then he throws his hands up, begging the officials for a call, that Jake LaRavia got elbowed in the head, which he did. But the main thing is just Luka shows no effort defensively, complains to the officials a whole lot. And, like I said, back to LeBron James' point, even if you're a great player like Luka Doncic is, even if you're a player that can push a team into championship level contention, which Luka Doncic does, Luka just has to take some accountability for his lack of defensive effort, and you can fix it overnight. Just try to play defense, dude. No one's asking you to lock anybody up or anything like that, but just try. And Luka just does not show any effort defensively, and it's frustrating to watch. I just wish he would just start trying again. He could start doing it tomorrow, but he just does not try defensively. But please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 7 million subscribers. Let me know what you think about this specific play, and if you agree that Luka, there's a lot of complaining to the refs. It's not so much me hating on the complaining, it's more that him complaining results in the other team getting easy fast break opportunities, and it puts his team in a bad position to play fast break defense just because Luka is always complaining to the refs. But let me know what you think. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.